You know that friend that seems to eat worse than you do, the one who enjoys all the pasta, all the bread, all the potatoes, yet she somehow seems to sleep better than you, have more stable energy, doesn't really gain weight, and seems more balanced? In the meantime, you're following all the rules. You're eating high protein, limiting your carbs, you're measuring everything, and you feel exhausted, the scale's not moving, your sleep is terrible, and your mood is just all over the place. So what if I told you that your hormones have been trying to tell you something really important, something that goes against everything that you've been taught about eating healthy after the age of 40. My name is Traci D. Mitchell. I'm a board-certified Mayo Clinic health and wellness coach. I'm the author of the book, The Belly Burn Plan, and I hold a master's degree in health and nutrition education. And over the last 20 years, I have been working with women like you, helping you feel better about your health and your hormones. And today, I'm sharing something that might completely change how you think about food and your hormones. So here's what's happening. You're doing everything the wellness industry tells you to do. You're prioritizing protein, you're avoiding carbohydrates, you're following the latest hormone hack you saw on Instagram. But your body feels like it's fighting against you. You're tired, but you're wired. You crave foods that you've been told to avoid. Your sleep is inconsistent, your mood feels fragile, and you're wondering what the heck you're doing wrong. Well, what if you're not doing anything wrong at all? What if the problem is that the nutrition advice that you're following wasn't designed for women in hormonal transition, specifically menopause and perimenopause? Your hormones run on a different fuel than you might think. And when you understand what they actually need to function well, everything will start to make a lot more sense to you. So here's what might really shock you about this. Now, recent research has shown that women who eat more quality carbohydrates, I stress quality, actually have lower cortisol levels and better stress response. In the meantime, women who follow low carbohydrate approaches showed elevated cortisol and increased inflammation markers. So think about this. Your hormone producing cells run on glucose. When you restrict carbohydrates, you essentially are asking your body, including your thyroid, your adrenals, etc., to function on empty. This is why you might notice that when you do eat satisfying meals with some good healthy carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, oatmeal, or even brown rice, you sleep better that night. Your body, it's not broken. It's trying to tell you what it needs. A study involving nearly 400 postmenopausal women found that those eating the highest quality carbohydrates had 61% fewer menopausal symptoms. We're talking about better sleep, improved mood, a lesser body fat, fewer hot flashes. Your carbohydrates cravings, they are not a weakness, they are your body's wisdom. And here's where it gets super interesting. While you've been focused on getting more protein, excessive protein intake can actually increase inflammation, especially for women over 40. Now, the research around this shows that too much animal protein increases something called insulin growth factor 1, or IGF-1, which directly correlates with inflammation. For women already dealing with hormonal stress, this creates the perfect storm. Your adrenal glands are working overtime during perimenopause and menopause. Adding the metabolic stress of processing excessive protein puts even more strain on these exhausted glands. So the result is more cortisol, worse sleep, and that wired but tired feeling that you just can't shake. So in my experience of working with women, helping you all navigate your hormones, I've seen this pattern repeatedly. Women who follow high protein approaches feel progressively worse, not better. Their bodies are telling them to ease up, but they've been convinced that more protein is always better, almost obsessively. Most women over 40 need about 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight of protein. That's roughly 65 to 85 grams per day. And that's much less than the protein-obsessed plans that are often recommended. So this is something that's really important for you to understand. The plants that you eat contain amino acids. Amino acids are the building block of protein, and protein makes muscle. I think the most important thing to really understand is that when you eat a piece of chicken or when you eat an egg, and those foods contain that complete amino acid profile, your body just doesn't take those foods and make muscle. Your body takes a bite of that food, that chicken, that egg, breaks it down into its constituent amino acids, and then takes those amino acids and puts them in your body where they need to go. The same is true for plant-based foods. So if you have something like rice and beans, which create a perfect protein, your body will take those amino acids and move them to where they need to go. The benefit of those rice and beans is that you're getting the anti-inflammatory effects of those foods. So just remember, those amino acids are the building block of protein, and those proteins are the building blocks of your muscles. You do not need to be getting all of your protein from animal byproducts for it to make muscle in your body and to benefit you metabolically and from an inflammation perspective. So quinoa, buckwheat, hemp seeds, these all contain complete amino acid profiles. But even simple combinations like what I mentioned earlier of rice and beans or oatmeal with nuts, for example, create that amino acid profile that rivals any animal byproduct. And here's the beautiful part is that plant proteins come packaged with those anti-inflammatory compounds I talked about that actually help your hormones function better. The fiber, the antioxidants, the phytonutrients, they all work together to support healthy hormone production. Now, after working with women for as long as I have, I've seen that those who focus on quality plant proteins often have easier hormonal transitions. Their bodies aren't dealing with the inflammatory load of excessive protein from animals while navigating these hormonal changes. So what does this look like practically for you? It's a lot simpler than you might think. So make quality carbohydrates the foundation of your meals. Fill about half your plate with nutrient-dense carbs like sweet potatoes, butternut squash, brown rice, quinoa, oats, colorful vegetables. Load it up. These provide sustained energy and give your hormone-producing glands the fuel that they need. Include a variety of plant proteins throughout the day like lentils, chickpeas, hemp seeds, nuts. You don't need to stress about combining them perfectly at every meal. Your body's incredibly good at breaking them down and putting them where they need to go. And add in healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, or nuts to support healthy hormone production and help to keep you satisfied too. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about working with your physiology instead of working against it. And here's something that's really important. Nutrition is one supportive piece of the puzzle. It's one supportive piece. It's not a magic cure for all hormonal challenges, but it can make a significant difference in how you feel day to day. Listen, if you've been struggling with your energy, with your sleep, with the scale, with your mood, despite doing everything right with your nutrition, you're absolutely not broken. You're definitely not lacking willpower. You might just be following advice that wasn't designed for your life stage. Your body has its own natural wisdom built in. Those cravings for satisfying carbohydrate-rich foods, and that's your hormones asking for what they need to function well. So I want to be really clear about what to eat and what to avoid in the world of carbohydrates. When it comes to the foods you should be eating, it's very simple. We're talking about vegetables, we're talking about fruits and whole grains, and you have a lot of options. What you should be avoiding are the ultra-processed carbohydrates. So waffles for breakfast or having white pasta for dinner or pizza for lunch. That's not what I am talking about. I'm talking about nourishing your body with plant-rich nutrients, and that will help you manage this hormonal transition. So if you want to understand more about what your hormones might be trying to tell you, I've actually created a free 3-minute hormone assessment that can give you personalized insights into your unique hormonal pattern. You'll find the link in the description below. Your hormones are not the enemy. They're trying to guide you toward what your body needs to thrive. And sometimes we just need to listen a little more carefully. Thanks for showing up, and I'll see you in the next video.